Are you overpaying for project management? If you pay more than $100 per month for your project management software, you are likely overpaying. Project management is great, but after 2 to 3 years of use, costs quickly double or even triple. Most companies don't really notice how project management costs can grow over time. So today we'll cover how you can cut your project management software costs from 50 to 85%. The hidden cost problem. Why does project management software get more expensive every year? Well, there's a couple of reasons behind that. First one being price per user. The per user pricing model is very expensive, and it gets much more expensive when you want to grow. So as your team grows, you actually have to pay more and more. This will lead to, of course, more projects and more things in the software that you need. This will again lead to price increases and things that maybe you did not plan for. Another thing we can keep in mind is extra tools for communication and storage. The bigger your team expands, the more tools and storage you will need. Of course, this will lead to the final reason, and that's a separate client management systems. So on top of the project management system that you already have, you'll probably need to include another system to help you manage everything from clients and projects. So let's break this down. A 10-person team might pay about $120 per month. At 50 people, that becomes about $600 per month. That's $6,012 difference per year of growth compared to Bitrix24. Remember, the problem isn't with the launch or what software you're using. The problem is scaling with that software. Avoid per user pricing. Choose a flat pricing model. Per user pricing punishes your growth, and you need a software that scales with your team and can scale at costs. Flat subscription equals predictive budget. Now, let's cover this with Monday. Monday.com charges about $12 per user. For 10 users, you're looking at about $120. At 25 users, that's $300. Now, max that to 50 users, you're paying $600 monthly. This is where Bitrix24 flat user pricing comes in. For just $99, you get 50 users. So, stop paying for every new hire. Flat pricing means predictable budgeting. The modern stack trap. Choose an all-in-one platform project management system should not be just a separate tool. If project management is in your business platform, it should include the following things. No integration should be needed. No extra subscription, no data silos, one login and one environment. This will help you control costs and understand what you're paying for. The typical modern stack, most companies don't just use one project management tool. They need an array of instruments and tools to help their business. So let's break that down in a modern stack and what that could look like. A subscription for Monday or Asana could cover about $120 to $135 a month. If you add Zoom into that mix, another $150 per month. With Google Workspace, add another $120 per month, and Slack, another $80 per month. That's just communication. Include another CRM system, you're looking another $150 per month. Total, you're looking at about $750 monthly. Yearly, that can cost you around $9,000. Again, this is where Bitrix24 standard plan comes in. $99 flat fee, 50 users. That's going to run you $1,188 yearly. That's a savings of 70 to 85% just switching to Bitrix24 for all of your modern stack needs. Flexibility reduces fragmentation. You should choose a project management software that supports multiple methodologies. Of course, having one tool is great, but it needs to support different ways that your team's ready to work. For example, your team might be looking for a Scrum, maybe Kanban, or maybe even Waterfall. The different types of project management and the different ways you work with project management should all be included in your project management software. And your project management software should always be flexible. Without flexibility, your teams must use different tools. And when your team uses different tools, the company needs to pay for multiple subscriptions for those different tools. Again, this is going to lead to fragmentation. When your project management software has flexibility, you get one platform that fits everything and has all the methodologies that you need for project management. And flexibility reduces fragmentation and cost. Integrated communications saves thousands. Project management and project management software doesn't exist without communication and internal communications within your team members and workers. So let's break down a typical stack and what it might look like. As we covered before, you might have a Monday.com subscription, a Zoom subscription, Google Drive, and Slack, just to basically communicate with your team and work on projects. Now, this is going to be for about 10 users. The total is going to be from $450 to $600 a month for all those different instruments and features. Now, let's break that down with Bitrix24. Bitrix24 for $99 flat monthly includes chat, video calls, storage, docs. So you get all those internal communications functional and features that you need from different platforms and applications all in one ecosystem. So I think the message here is clear. Stop paying for 4 tools when you can just pay for one that will do the job just as well. Project management plus client management equals a killer combo. You can manage clients and projects in one place with Bitrix24, and that's a really big advantage. If you run client projects, you probably need a CRM, tasks, maybe billing, and communication. This is all on top of client portals, sharing files. Again, this is much easier when you have everything in one place, and that's what Bitrix24 offers. On top of that, without integration, you'll have a fully made CRM system, project management tool, and an accounting tool ready to use with your internal communication system as well. Remember, with Bitrix24, client plus project management is one system, and one system equals fewer licenses and more control. Real math: how to cut costs by 50 to 85%. Using Bitrix24, of course. Let's break down the calculations. So, a company with 25 users, project management software at about $12 per user, that's going to give you about $300 monthly. Zoom Pro, you're looking at about $150. Storage on top of that, $120 monthly. CRM, $150 monthly. So that will bring your spending to about $600 to $900 monthly. Now, let's break that down with Bitrix24. Standard plan is $99 flat monthly. Yearly, that's going to cost you $1,188. Now let's break down the cost per user. Cost per user for Bitrix24 is going to be around $3 to $4. The savings is going to be from 60 to 80%. So I think the message here again is very clear. To save money and be more effective in your business and in your business spending, Bitrix24 is definitely the right way to go. 2026 market reality. The best low-cost project management solution trends for 2026? Well, let's get into it. Businesses need to move away from the best niche tool, and they're getting into the best value ecosystem. Now, why is this? Well, it's really simple. Number 1 is economic pressure. Number 2 is cost optimization. And number 3 is IT consolidation and support. Remember, if you're switching to a new project management system or application, those are really going to be the reasons why you might switch. Now, this is why Bitrix24 is very important. Bitrix24 is the top-rated project management solution, and coming in at $2 to $5 per user, you simply cannot beat it. That's why Bitrix24 is definitely the solution to go for, and definitely in the trend for 2026. Final message here is clear. Don't overpay for project management. Stop per user pricing. Switch to flat pricing. Use one platform and one ecosystem, and integrate your communications and your CRM into one platform. If you're paying $300 to $500 per month for your project management stack, it's time to rethink. Don't overpay for project management. Switch to Bitrix24 today, and Bitrix24 partners can help you get started. They can assist you with choosing the right plan, setting up your workspace, and even migrating your data from other project management tools and software. Contact your local Bitrix24 partner today and get started. With Bitrix24, you get enterprise-level tools at a fraction of the cost. So switch today and save from 50 to 85% yearly with Bitrix24.